Hello, D.
Hi, guys.
What's going on?
What's going on?
Did you watch that baseball game last night? It was amazing.
I did Wednesday Night Hockey, got home and listened to it on the radio and heard that the Astros tied it, so I flipped it on. And I didn't realize that Dodger Stadium was a driving range.
Always the home runs.
They're just hammering balls out.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's here all week. Try the veal.
Nobody was working on their short game last night.
No.
Well, never mind.
Not a lot of wedges being used there.
No. All right, let's talk Canes and Leafs. Daren, you know what? I figured it out with Mitch Marner. Allow me to explain myself here.
Okay.
What's wrong with Mitch Marner on the fourth line? Because normally, how many times a season will a team's fourth line chip in offensively? What, like 5 in a serious way? Have a really good offensive game? If you have Mitch Marner on the fourth line, that could happen 20 times a year for you. Why is that a bad thing? I think it's a good thing. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's a good thing.
Do you think it's a good thing?
Do you think it's a good thing?
Ego.
Yeah, but he's
not yours. But I'm saying Mitch Marner doesn't want to be on a fourth line. That's why it's a bad thing.
But it's not an eternal thing, right? It's a now thing. It's a here and now thing.
There's a contract coming up, too.
Oh, he's not.
Oh, my God.
Oh, it's not on. Like, this isn't it for this career? He's not on there for the whole time?
Breaking news. He can move up in lines. But I'm saying for the here and now, this is a good thing for the Leafs. They have the best fourth line in hockey, do they not?
He's a scorer. He's still producing points, and he's on the fourth line. That is one of the greatest talking points to sum up how good the Toronto Maple Leafs are going right now. That this is the only thing you can really come up with to talk about and stir up any type of controversy.
Very true.
It's not a. They're a great team to watch. They're an exciting team to watch every night. But to actually talk about when you want to generate stories and ideas, they're a little dull because they're going too good right now. If that makes sense to you.
It makes complete sense, and you're a Manitoba boy, so you can't be accused of the Eastern bias right now that a lot of people are going to throw into this equation.
We're right in the middle. We're right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
Manitoba, center of Canada.
I know, and you're
right here.
And right in the middle right here. Yeah, that's me. That's Sid. So the Leafs legit, or does this run slow down? Will they hit the sophomore slide? What do you think, Daren?
Well, Tim, if I can speak to you directly.
Of course.
This is a scenario now where if you want to really compare the Toronto Maple Leafs and how good this is going, look at the Carolina Hurricanes tonight, because their youth that they expected to really participate, chip in, and start taking control of things hasn't happened. So Toronto has everything going their way, just like they did all of last year.
Right.
Will they go in slumps? Austin Matthews went 10-plus games last year without a goal. I don't think that's going to happen again, but they will drop off. But I think it's been remarkable how they've come out and really dominated in every facet of the game. We talked on Hockey Central at noon today. Like, where's the real issue with the Toronto Maple Leafs? There isn't one right now. I expect this team to still be able to score. Hey, what are you doing?
What are you doing? We're having a conversation here.
I'm drinking water.
Canada's here, and you can't help being eliminated.
You know what?
For 1 second.
That speaks to your ego right there.
Yeah.
That
I don't have an ego.
Tim and I have a conversation, and you feel so left out that you have to slide your little water bottle into it. Your milk bottle.
There's no I.
You couldn't sit there and listen.
Nope. There's no I.
Canada's listening.
There's an I in Sid, though.
There is.
You know what? There's nothing to show right now that there's going to be that drop-off based on last year with Nylander coming on at the end of the year. Sure, Marner dropped off and didn't have the greatest playoff, but I think defensively is still the biggest concern here. It's not about whether the kids are going to have a sophomore slump.
We only have about a minute left because Sixero was trying to pour water from a water bottle onto your head.
It didn't even make any sense.
So let me ask you this. Yesterday, Marc Bergevin said the answers were in the room.
Yes.
Are the answers really in the Montreal Canadiens room?
No. No. Like,
so you gave him a failing grade for that presser yesterday?
No, because I don't think there's answers.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Yeah.
I think they're in somebody else's room, and you have to somehow come up with a deal that's going to make sense. Like, look at Montreal's defense. Mete is a fourth rounder, and he's jumped in, and he's their future.
He's
really.
not going anywhere.
And he's not going. But then look at Carolina's this young blue line coming up. At least Carolina. Sure, they don't score a lot, but they've got that core to build around. And Montreal has a goaltender who's got a long-term contract, but where's that prospect that you're talking about?
Yeah.
And they're all
in
quite
Tampa.
frankly, all their prospects that they were looking to have good years, all had terrible camps. So if Bergeron's talking about answers being in the room, it's somebody else's room, and he's going to have to find them and trade for them.
Darren, always a pleasure talking to you one-on-one, even if our guy here doesn't understand. When we get these,
Fist bump? Fist bump, buddy?
Really? Really? You just fist bumped with him?
Yeah.
All right. Up top. Booms.
Boom.
Nope. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
All right.
Booms. Doug McLean could do this a lot easier than you.
Kings and Canadians, one of 11 games in the NHL tonight. 6 Canadian teams, including the Hurricanes and Leafs. Darren will have it for you on Sportsnet Ontario. Thanks, buddy.
Darren.
Looking forward to it.